Yes, welcome back to the show, the 3-hour news show where you're still watching the signature segment, See the Stories. Now, we've been hearing a lot of efforts to actually contribute to the sustainable living and sustainable goal that we aim to achieve. But what small things do you do to adapt with sustainable living in your daily life?
Well, at home, I still use plastic, but this time around, I try to use cassava plastic.
Cassava plastic.
plastic.
Yeah.
So it's actually soluble, right?
Yeah.
I actually started buying products that are, eco-friendly detergents.
Oh.
Because eco-friendly detergents are also very, gentle on the skin, so you can use it for babies, and so it's for everybody in the house. Because it's pricier for you to buy 2 different detergents for the house, right? So I thought you might as well just, add it up together. But, it is a good thing to start living a sustainable life from yourself every day. No matter how small the step you are doing, you're still making a difference. Speaking of which, we're now connected with Novia Arifin, an influencer behind @ceritanupi, who often shares her daily life and her actions for sustainable living. Hi, Novia.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Well, Novia, you certainly have a very inspiring account because we know that it is not easy to be committing to a sustainable living, having gone through so many changes, right? First of all, can you maybe share with us what inspired you to start, doing and taking action, living a sustainable lifestyle?
Okay, hello everyone. First of all, my name is Novia. I'm a musician and content creator for Ceritanupi, where I start sharing about my journey of learning about sustainable lifestyle and mindful living. And what inspired me is there was a remarkable moment in my life. In 2021, my best friend asked me to accompany her to watch a documentary movie in cinema. Surprisingly, this became the tipping point that led me to learn more about the waste issue in Indonesia. The movie called Pulau Plastic. You can watch that movie on Netflix now. As I watched that, I realized that my waste doesn't just disappear from my house. It only moved to landfill, to someone's home, and sadly endanger our waste workers because there is no comprehensive waste management in Indonesia. Organic and non-organic waste are mixed in landfills, causing chemicals to cross-contaminate and creating potential dangers for people. I was shocked to learn that my plastic breaks down into microplastic that end up back on our plate as seafood maybe or fish due to plastic pollution in the ocean. And the scariest fact in that documentary, microplastic have been found in our blood and now our brains, our hearts. At that moment, I felt frustrated and had a strong desire to change my lifestyle and become more mindful about my consumption on single-use product, especially plastic.
Now, to change the
That's the beginning.
lifestyle, to change the lifestyle abruptly, that is hard on its own. But with that being said, starting Ceritanupi @Ceritanupi on Instagram, that should take another contemplation and also another step towards it. What motivated you to share your journey on social media even?
Okay, there is a story behind I started Ceritanupi. Cerita. Basically, I love to tell stories. A story can be both impactful and meaningful for me. And with my background as a musician, I used to tell stories through my music and the song I wrote. I also love creating content, and I thought that short video will be more impactful for raising awareness about environmental issue in Indonesia. The feeling was like if you know the disaster will be happen in 2 months, maybe you will tell your family, your friends, even more you want the news go viral, right? So that everyone could be safe. And it was this same feeling that motivated me to start Cerita Nupi. I want to people know about this issue.
Okay, so you're spreading awareness as well. So can you tell us what are some small changes that you made in your daily life that had a big impact on sustainability?
Or where did you start?
Yeah.
Where did you
Yeah,
start?
because it's really difficult.
Yeah.
Now, what is the smallest thing to do that you can start?
At the beginning of my learning journey, I started by always bringing my reusable tumbler for coffee, milk tea, using it every time I hanging out with my friends. And I think the most powerful impact is being mindful of my consumption and managing my waste on my own rather than mindlessly sending waste to landfill, to TPA Bantar Gebang. Now in our home in Bandung, our trash bin often stays empty because we compost and manage our inorganic waste. So, and the inorganic waste sending to a recycle station nearby. Nah, so by the it's a step-by-step journey, see, that I didn't know back then. I didn't know about composting, waste management. I didn't know. As I got used to reuse habit, I began learning about the other practice like that composting and so on.
Composting. You know, that's you know, I have to do due respect because zero waste is very, very difficult.
It is very difficult.
With a house, with children, very, very difficult. But while you
Yeah.
were starting your journey, and even perhaps now till this day, there must be some certain challenges that you face because you know nothing is smoothly. So, what were the challenges in staying committed and also doing that transition to a sustainable lifestyle?
Does it come from you yourself, or does it come from external, say your friends or your environment?
Maybe begin with myself. Perhaps maybe I will answer with a short story that has been giving me motivation, a strong motivation to keep the lifestyle going. One breathtaking story that I always remember is when my husband told me about his experience at Bantar Gebang. Nah, he saw a mother feeding her child, surrounded by our trash. At that time, my sister was also feeding her child, my niece. And you know, here were two women in the same situation, but in two completely different environments. My sister was feeding her with comfort, convenience, while the other woman had to feed her child in a dirty place. And it's so sad. I don't want to contribute more to the waste problems in Indonesia because of that story. And yeah, despite the fact that our waste could ruin our lives about microplastic, if we don't change our lifestyle, we can ruin other people's life. And yeah, the story so touched me at that time.
So that's why you began to defy all the challenges that could come in your way. All right, so now maybe the biggest elephant in the room is when your environment, your friends, your families are not actually practicing the sustainable living because our friends might have, you know, getting some snacks with plastic, some snacks with the packaging, and also drinking the mineral water from the bottle and stuff. But that sometimes could actually weaken your willing, your motivation. how do you stay motivated to continue sustainable living, especially when it's difficult in times like that?
Okay. Yeah, I found that the positive impact on doing this is on my mental health and well-being from adopting this lifestyle. Is the main reason I keep doing it. I feel lighter because I've become a person who is responsible for my own trash and doesn't endanger others' life. It doesn't make sense, right, to use a plastic cup for just a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes to grab your daily coffee, knowing that this cup will not degrade for 100 years and will become a major problem for next generation. Nah, that's my personal reason to continue living sustainably, even when it's difficult.
So that has kept
I feel
motivate
lighter.
you.
The impact when I do that lifestyle is so make me lighter, make me joy,
Yeah.
like that.
Okay. All right. So now you got to tell us some stuff here. What are your go-to sustainable products or practices that you cannot live without? Please do tell us.
Actually, there are many of them, but I can mention some of my favorite that I use daily. Our composter, keranjang Takakura Bokashi, the name of the composter, you can Googling it and buy it. Our tumbler, tote bag, reusable tissue. But I think as a woman, the one product that I cannot live without is reusable pad, menstrual pad. That's a primary need to women, right?
Yeah.
Now I don't use disposable sanitary pad anymore. However, I found that the most sustainable products in our lives are those we already own. So if you have rantang at home, you don't have to buy a cutest lunchbox or the cutest tumbler.
Agree, agree.
The most sustainable products. No.
Well, I just wanted to note, because a lot of people are actually, calculating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just mentioned, a lot of people are more calculative in terms of, is a sustainable lifestyle actually more affordable, or actually more of an investment, or whether it's long term or more cost. So we need to ask you, because you've been doing this for a while now. So after you've transitioned to sustainable living, do you feel like it has been also more sustainable in terms of costs, or is it actually costlier, but those are necessary investments?
I think it's investment, and I think sustainable lifestyle more affordable because, for example, after doing this for almost 3 years, I found that the more we return to nature, the less money we have to spend. Maybe
like that
if you want to eat, pecel, maybe I can go to the
Hungry.
market and I can go to the market and buy corn, tempe, tahu just for 10,000 or 20,000 rupiah. Bring it with my tote bag and harvest kangkung from our garden. We have garden here. This is much cheaper than ordering pecel for delivery, and you don't have to deal with packaging waste. You don't have to deal with single-use packaging. You just
Plastics.
wash the plate. Yeah,
That's true, that's true.
and you're done. Yeah, like that. So I don't burden the earth with more waste products because I am more mindful, and that is affordable. Yeah.
So now you were mentioning about how people might not see your sustainable way of living is actually quite convenient, because people might say, rather than I plant my own kangkung, or going to the market to buy the tempe tahu and all the ingredients. How do you balance this kind of thing, like sustainability with convenience in today's fast-paced world? Because those online food delivery actually emerged because of people who might not have that much of time on their hands.
So I'm doing my best at my own pace. And for me, we need to understand what matters and our capacity to adopt this lifestyle within our system. In reality, in Indonesia, our system doesn't support us, like you mentioned it, doing this easily. For example, when we go to supermarket or restaurant for dine-in, single-use plastic is everywhere.
Sure.
The awareness about waste issue and microplastic hasn't become a major concern for the government and people of Indonesia. It's the fact. But yeah, I know what I can and cannot control, and I try not to overthink things that are beyond my control. So rather than get angry because of that plastic everywhere, I bring my own reusable. Yeah. And I think I will keep working this to spread awareness, because I know in my experience there are so many people want to like care about with our earth, but they just don't know about the issue already. Yeah. So the awareness about environment issue is so low now in Indonesia, and I want to spread the awareness in my content in Cerita Nupi.
Okay, I really like that. So don't get angry at things that you can't control. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes. So can you share a success story of one of your followers who adopted sustainable lifestyle after following at Cerita Nupi?
Actually, there are a lot of good stories that teman-teman Cerita Nupi DM, how I called them, and I find some of those stories are quite funny and cute. People have shared how they've changed their mindset about fashion and adopted habits like bringing their own reusable items because of my content in Cerita Nupi. But the story that stands out that I remember is about a girl who decided to pursue a career in the environmental sector and choose the major in environmental studies at ITB.
Wow.
And she said she's thankful that my content appeared on her FYP and inspired her. So it's make me quite happy and terharu sih.
Oh, we need more green professionals here in Indonesia, right? Of course. So my question to you is: so we saw on Instagram, right, that you use a lot of different sustainable living practices, and one of them I've mentioned before that I use eco-friendly or eco-degradable or biodegradable detergent. But you actually use something natural. You use the lerak, right? How do you make? How do you turn the lerak fruit into a detergent? Can you tell us the story?
Fun fact: lerak is natural detergent. You can use that for wash your dishes, your clothes, and your cleaning your house. And to make the lerak, it's quite easy. Have you ever met wedang jahe
Yeah. Like
at
it.
home?
I like it, yes.
Yeah, it's similar, but you need to soak the lerak overnight. It's like after overnight, you have to pinch the lerak until they start bubbling. Then boil the lerak in hot water and cook them like wedang jahe. After that, add your essential oil, favorite essential oil, or such a natural one like lemongrass or orange peel, aromatic. Next, add a bit of salt to help preserve the lerak for last longer. And you're done. The lerak is now ready to use you for washing your dishes, washing machine.
So this is
or,
what you're seeing now
cleaning
is
the house.
how you make the natural detergent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My question is like, if you make one batch, how long?
One batch.
How long does it take until you use up all of it?
Maybe you can use this bottle for like 1 month,
Oh, okay.
3 weeks. Yeah.
So a whole bottle for 3 weeks, not bad.
Yeah.
And is it actually easy to find the lerak fruit, or do you have to like order them online or something?
You can order in the marketplace
Online then.
online.
Okay.
The buah lerak, or if you don't have time to make it, you can buy it lerak instan. Udah jadi.
Pre-made.
Pre-made, not bad. Then I just need to add the lavender essential oil. Right?
Oh yeah, that's your choice.
That is my choice. That's right.
All right, Novia, thank you so much. So this has given us a lot of ideas to actually make anything around us useful when it comes to living sustainably. And we really hope, we really hope that we could actually be committed, because commitment is hard. I know, not only in
Yeah.
sustainable living, but in daily life
Yeah.
alone, being in a commitment is also hard, and let alone living sustainably. And I hope you would keep going on with everything that you do. And also, we are waiting for more tips from you
Yes.
to be shared through your social media.
Yes, looking forward. Thank you so much.
Thank
Sophia.
you.
Sure. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Bye. All right, Han. So what are you going to do next? What are you going to try to apply in your daily life?
I don't know.
I've always wanted to try composting. I think I need to do the research because I think there are affordable ways and investment and more expensive ways to do composting, right?
Maybe I've been doing it by, no, if you ask me, been doing it by not wasting too many of the food waste. I tried to recycle probably the food today.
Yeah.
That I might not be eating, and then I would make another
Different dish.
different dish for the next day, so that I won't waste, because I felt so guilty
Yeah.
when I'm throwing food. I don't want to throw any food.
You're like Nigella.
Yeah, Nigella Lawson.
Not wasting.
Yeah. She never wastes food.
Exactly.
All right, viewers, see the stories will continue after the break, and we'll talk about sustainable action that we can do in our daily life. Don't go anywhere.